You are watching Area DMG.
Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Philip Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to talk a little bit about Saturday, and also I'm going to lump Sunday in here too, because Sunday's kind of a little short for Denver Comic Con. Well, there were lines and such, but actually, to be perfectly honest, wasn't exactly feeling 100% for Denver Comic Con this year, which is not the fault of the convention. I mean, that happens. It was like 90 something degrees out there, even though it was like overcast. And to save money, we parked a couple blocks away, which actually the Saturday and Sunday are usually when it's pretty cheap. I think we paid like $7 for the parking on Sunday. So anybody out there paying $50 for parking, maybe look into parking in other places or whatnot, or get a hotel room there or whatnot. Seriously, there's a lot to consider. Then people are like, well, I'll just come in on the train. You can do that, by the way. You can do that. There's a train station near there. It's all good. You can get to practically any of the lines from practically anywhere in Denver and Aurora and Lakewood and all that stuff. Seriously, it's pretty good. Look into public transportation. That's why it's there. That's what you're paying for with your traffic tickets and your sales tax. So use it. Anywho, line management was fine. I did see a lot of stuff that wasn't piece bonded that should have been, but that happens at a lot of conventions. Woo! I didn't really have any issues with anything. Finding panels was fine. Cosplay was pretty decent, but we had to leave the cosplay shindig a little bit early because of, well, let's see. Didn't really get a lot of sleep because we actually had literal gate crashes around our apartment where, like, they literally took out the gate. Like, there's a gate by the apartment, and a moving truck didn't see the gate, and we're sitting there putting stuff in the car. I look over to the right, and I see a truck just plow right through the entrance gate, and I'm like, oh goodness, again? Yuck. Seriously, they should have put a light on that one. One of those has a light, the other one doesn't have a light. Guy's like, I didn't even see it. And wow, that was fun. We ended up calling up the people and taking care of that and all that, getting that all taken care of. But oh man, I didn't get to sleep until like maybe 1 or 2 a.m. in the Saturday. So a little bit less sleep, not as much sleep as I'd have liked. And then the temperatures. But the good thing about it is that it's actually, okay, there's a couple things I want to mention. Where were the tables of water? I feel like there was not enough places to actually get water inside the convention area or the event area. One thing I love about a lot of conventions is, well, I go to Mile High Con and they have that neat flavored citrus water, but they also have water out there for just general things, and that's a thing to have out there. There were people handing out free stuff like free energy drinks or Gatorade or lemonade or whatnot outside the convention, but inside the convention I feel like there was kind of there wasn't enough water out there. I mean, that doesn't seem like that would be a big thing, but it is. Seriously, you need there should have been a lot of water coolers and such out there for like cups of water, just little cups of water like you see at some events. And I mean, I've been to job fairs where they had water bottles and water cooler things there, and those get substantially less people. But they had that available because if you're going to be walking around everywhere and you're going to be talking or stopping, you're going to be in close vicinity of people, it's going to be a little bit muggy because, body heat and all that. If you're going to be sitting in line, you get thirsty. This is Colorado. We have altitude sickness here. I didn't really see any water kiosks, and I kind of feel that maybe that's something they should do for the convention at some point. But that's just the only real criticism I have here. Lines are pretty good. Just recently got oh man, I can't wait to use this. We got some E4s in a little bit after the convention, and oh yeah, that's going to be great. I'm going to get into it. You see, I used to do a little bit of stuff for RGIS, so I'll be able to okay, this is the panel I'm in. I pull out my little E4, clap that on there, just eyeball it a bit, do a head count. Boom. Walking down the line, hitting the E4 for every person I see. It'd be amazing. So yeah, I didn't actually see line counters this year, which is weird. Oh well. I think it's because we had a different entrance in the main section, But well, that'll be interesting to go through and count. Oh, by the way, the background footage should be from the Legend of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild. Wah 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 wah. Anywho, yeah, Denver Comic Con was pretty good. The cosplay thing we had to leave a little bit early because we're just like, oh my god. Sometimes, okay, the heat this year is just kicking my butt. Seriously. Yeah, and I drink like a lot of water each day. Oh, I drink a lot of water. Like, I have a section of a refrigerator that has just water bottles and such. I never leave the house without water bottles. I never leave, I mean, yeah, it's just one of those things, but it was just, you're sitting down there trying to take pictures or whatnot, recording the costume contest and being like, oh no, okay. I'm starting to see two of something, so I should probably go. And that happens, But it's okay. It goes away. But when you sit down with like real good air conditioning or get something to eat, there's a lot of good pizza places and protein places around the area. So, check out the food in the area. One thing I love about 16th Street Mall is a ton of food out there. You get that stuff, you feel a little bit better. Yeah. Overall, a little congested in spots, but pretty good actually. Lots of decent line management. I didn't see any real complaints about that, and I have no real complaints about that. Overall, Saturday was pretty good. Sunday, I think I'm gonna give Sunday its own video too, because I do want to do a quick wrap up and all that about some of the things that I felt were a little bit at the convention this year, but that's fine. Overall, I felt that Denver Comic Con 2017 had a fairly successful Saturday. It wasn't hard getting to places. Once you get the hang of where everything has been moved and relocated to, you're good. And they had a pretty decent lineup there. One thing I do want to note is that cosplay, there's a lot of Marvel. The Marvel and DC, a lot of superhero stuff and a lot of Disney princesses. Although, to be honest, Saturday at Denver Comic Con is mostly people in plain clothing. You have the few large cosplays wandering around, and those are. The problem is we didn't have the area with the big blue bear, so there was less large area to wander around in. Because that area there with the escalators and all that, that foyer is perfect for it. And the convention that had booked it was had closed on Friday. They were not there on Saturday or Sunday. I kind of feel that they could have probably. It would have been nice to have that open and then redirect stuff through the front. I mean, Saturday is obviously going to be the largest day for ticket sales and for attendance and such. And it would have been nice to have that available, but if they couldn't, I understand that. It was kind of a shame because that was the area where you have where literally you'd have like amazing large scale cosplay on other years, and I felt that was kind of sorely lacking this year. Oh well. And there's always next year. This is the 6th year of Denver Comic Con. The 7th year should be they're going to be on a different day. They won't have to share stuff there, so that area will be back open again. Maybe they'll get some bands on the 5280 stage, because like I said, I sorely miss that. I just sorely miss that music there. It's like, come on. That's one of my favorite parts of this. Oh well, the costume contest was okay. We just had to leave a little bit early, which that's okay. Last year we had a ton of footage that we didn't really get to put up because, oh my goodness, I had all sorts of technical issues with the cameras last year for the cosplay stuff, and like batteries just dying on me left and right, and I realized that certain batteries are just garbage batteries. Always buy original equipment. Don't buy the third-party off-brand, terrible, made in terribleness batteries for your cameras, because nope, they won't work that well. They won't tell you when they'll just be like, hey, yeah, you charged me? Oh yeah, I'm gonna die in 15 minutes. Ha 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 ha. And you're like, no, camera, no. Well, it was fine though. The problem actually, when we went into the cosplay thing, we were also like in the green chairs, and it occurred to me that they were going to start moving the cosplayers into the green chairs. So it's like, oh no, well, I'm not feeling too well, and if we go, that opens up seats for the people who are actually participating in this in the costume contest to sit down afterwards because they queued them into that area, and I'm like, well, okay then. So yeah, that was interesting. Thankfully, it was good. Got home in a decent amount of time. Got to sleep at a decent time after uploading some stuff, and overall, not too bad. Saturday was, I would say, fairly successful for Denver Comic Con, and I'll get into Sundays very soon. Pretty much like if you're watching through these and watching it most like that's why we have the footage there so that you can watch that footage while I speak unto you. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if what you thought of the Saturday for Denver Comic Con. Did you go to Denver Comic Con this year? Let me know. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that share button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And if you hit that subscribe button, make sure that you ring that little bell so that you are notified whenever we have a brand new episode of Area DMG. And until the next episode of Area DMG comes out, you are now caught up.